listening to Proof Text, a GlossaHouse podcast by Dr. T. Michael W. Halcomb, Dr. Frederick J. Long, Dr. Mario Melendez, Dr. Jennifer Noonan, and J. M. Smith. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I am Michael Halcomb, and in this episode, I'm thinking about three things. I want to share those three things with you. Now, all three of these things are GlossaHouse related, and I'm excited about these three things. So let's get to it. The first thing that I want to put on your radar, and I kind of mentioned this last week, that would be out, is that my new book, Psalms Remixed, is out. And so let me head over to the GlossaHouse.com website. I'll put it up on the screen. Here you go. Boom. If you go to GlossaHouse.com right now, there it is. Featured resources, book number 1, Psalms Remix. It's a sick cover, and it's a collection of original spoken word pieces based on Psalm 1 to 41. Now, there'll be different collections coming later on, and so this is the 6th book in the GlossaHouse Spiritual Discipline series, and I'm stoked about this. Now, there's a couple things related to this that I want to share with you. All right, so if you want to get the book, one thing that I'm sort of doing like very, very slowly is just making some really like good videos presenting these spoken word pieces. I've been presenting them on the podcast just like this, recording them here and there, but now I'm gonna start making some like higher quality videos. So if you follow the podcast, and I assume probably you do since you're listening, go to Spotify or to YouTube, and you'll be able to watch these videos. So if you head over to, for example, the GlossaHouse YouTube page or YouTube channel, what you see is there it is. It's a video called it's number 508, No Middle Ground. So it's the Psalm 1 spoken word, and you see it's a high quality video. My daughter helped me with this, and yeah, I'm excited to be able to share these sort of things with folks, and it comes right out of the book. These are the original spoken word pieces included in the book. So if you want good high quality audio video to go along with them, you're starting to get some of that. Now, the other thing is that Psalm 2 is done. We just filmed it today, and I just finished editing it a little bit ago. Now, these aren't like high professional quality or anything, but they're pretty good. So, for example, I'll just show you a screenshot of it. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'm excited about this, and this will go live on the podcast at some point this week. We may drop it in the middle of the week or maybe at the end of the week, but there it is. It's live. And if you're following us on social media, you might even see it before it makes its way onto the podcast. So this is exciting, and I'm really glad to be creating these and getting some help from my kids. So this is fun. Yeah. So check out the Psalms book, and then check out the Psalms 1 video, and then the Psalms 2 video that is forthcoming. The other thing that I want to share with you, and again, if you're watching our social media feed on our different GlossaHouse handles, you might hear about this week, but another new book of mine just dropped. I've been on a roll lately, and I think that's my last one for the year. But this book is called Deep Prayer, and I actually have a copy of it right here. Boom, Deep Prayer. A journal of kingdom cries shaped by the Gospels and Psalms. So this is my third prayer journal, and it is the 5th book in the GlossaHouse Spiritual Discipline series. So it actually precedes the Psalms book, but here it is. It's a nice chunky book, and what's really cool about this is I wrote this with my wife, my friend Jeremy from church, and my friend Maria from church. So the 4 of us co-authored this. Now, what it is at our church we have 4 sort of pillars, and we say deep prayer, deep study, deep community, and what is it? Deep prayer, deep study, deep community. And we'd actually describe this. Deep service is the other one. We described this all in the introduction. What it is a collection of 255 prayers that our liturgy team wrote over the past year. And so if you look inside here, you'll see what it's like. There's a prayer on this page, what type of prayer it is, and then a place to reflect down at the bottom. It says 255 prayers that we created and used in our liturgy. It all flows right out of Scripture, and you can use these personally, like in your own devotional life or prayer life. You can, if you're a pastor or whatever, you can use them in your liturgy as well. So this is exciting. It's cool to collaborate with people from the church and get this book out there. This also is available on the GlossaHouse.com website. So if you go over there to GlossaHouse.com and you just look right at the top again, right next to the Psalms book, boom, there it is. There's the deep prayer book, and there's a little more description on the back. So this is awesome. In the past, I've just been sharing my own personal prayer journals, but it's really cool to have this one that is a journal based on prayers that I wrote with my wife and friends from church, leaders from church. And yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. That's the second thing I'm thinking about. So we got Psalms Remixed with the Psalms 1 and 2 videos, and then we got Deep Prayer, the book. Now, the third thing, and this one's a preview of coming attractions, it's also related to GlossaHouse, is that GlossaHouse has formed a partnership with the Center for Pastors Theologians, and they're getting ready to drop their second journal of the year. So it's going to be, if you go to GlossaHouse.com, again on the front page, you'll see the CPT Journal 10.1. Well, 10.2 is about to come out, and there'll be essays on humility. And yours truly has one in there, and I'm excited about this. So this should be out by the end of September. The journal will focus on humility. All the essays will somehow be tied into the concept of humility. So be looking for that as well. Yeah, so 3 great resources: Psalms Remix, Deep Prayer, and the CPT Journal 10.2 will be out by hopefully the end of the month. So those are 3 things that I'm thinking about. We also have a ton more resources coming out in the next few weeks, so keep your eyes and ears peeled. Thank you for supporting GlossaHouse, and we'd love it if you just like the podcast. Take a second to do that for us. Share the podcast even more. Subscribe to the podcast. Help us get the word out. This thing's growing, and it's because of great folks like you. You're on our team. Help us make this thing great. All right, I appreciate you. We appreciate you, and I hope that helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? GlossaHouse can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, GlossaHouse offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to GlossaHouse.com today. GlossaHouse, language resources for the global community.